I gave you my heart.
Hi guys, so welcome back sa ating YouTube channel. So in this video, pag-uusapan naman natin yung conditional distribution continuous case. So napag-usapan natin yung discrete case, pag-usapan naman natin paano pag continuous case. Okay? So again, if x and y have a joint probability density function f of x comma y, then the conditional probability density function of x given that y is equal to y is defined for all values of y such that yung probability mass function sub y of y is greater than 0 by f. So probability density function yan. Okay? So, nagulat ako dun. So, compute natin yan, no? X sub y of x comma of f sub y. Okay, so ano gagawin natin dito? Actually, this is just equal lang sa probability. So, x comma y all over f sub y of y. Okay? So, yan lang yung ating gagawin. Yan. So again, pag ganyan na nakita mo ang kanyang density function, ang mangyari pag conditional density function na, so conditional probability density function, ang mangyari lang is just the density function of x comma y over the marginal density of y. Okay, so ito yung marginal density of y. So kung naalala mo siya. Okay, so paano pag may derivative? So pag may derivative, actually, so if ever may derivative na tayo, no, so may dx, this is f sub y given that x plus y dx, kunyari may dx, so this is just equal sa f sub f of x comma y dx dy, okay, all over f sub y of y dy. Okay, so kung naaalala mo, meron tayong tinatawag na probability kanya. Okay, so check na lang din natin kung ano yung gagamitin natin dito na probability o yung function o yung mismong formula na pwede natin gamitin. Now, if x and y are jointly continuous, then for any set A, the probability of x element of A such that y is equal to y is given that the integral along the set A of f sub x given that y has occurred of x given that y has occurred dx. So, ito yung pinaka-general formula. Ito lang yung may dx. Pag nilagyan ko dx, ayun na mangyayari. Okay, so note na ito yung pinaka-general formula na gagamitin natin. So since meron tayo nito, so substitute lang natin to. So f sub x given that y has occurred of x given that y has occurred, substitute mo to. Then dx, attach lang tayo ng dx. So ganun lang yung gagawin natin. So in particular, by letting a is equal to negative infinity up to a, so kunyari fix a na may mas mataas, so given that yung cumulative distribution function na, so what if naman CDF? Pag CDF, this is just equal sa f sub x of y. So f sub x given that y has occurred of a given that y has occurred is equal to the probability of x less than or equal to a given that y is equal to y is equal to the integral of a over negative infinity, integral from negative infinity up to a ng f sub x given that y has occurred, then x given that y has occurred dx. So ayan yung magiging general formula natin. Okay, so hoping na masusundan mo yung gagawin natin in general. Okay, pero actually, since ito yung density function, pwede naman ito yung gamitin na lang natin usually. So, meron kasing formula f sub y of y. So, kung naaalala mo. So, ano ba yung formula ng f sub y of y? Sabihin ko na lang din. No? Yung f sub y of y, kung naaalala mo sa marginal probability, this is just equal sa integral from negative infinity up to infinity ng f of x comma y, then dx. Okay, so ayan yung kanyang marginal probability. Okay, so ibig sabihin, pag kinuha natin yan, ito yung gagamitin natin na formula. Okay, so now, compute tayo dito. Now, the joint density function of x and y is given that f of x comma y is equal to 12 over 5x ng 2 minus x minus y, for 0 is less than x less than 1, and 0 is less than y less than y less than 1, and 0 otherwise. So again, yun yung ating joint density function. Now, compute the conditional density function, density of x given that y is equal to y, where 0 is less than y less than 1. Okay, so conditional density of x. So conditional density of x, so meaning kinukompute lang natin yung ito lang, taas. So hindi natin kailangan i-compute yung integral. So, sir, paano pag integral? Pag sinabi, compute the probability, so meaning F commutative distribution, so mag-integrate. Pero since density function lang, compute the conditional density of x, so meaning dito lang tayo magpo-flow. Okay, dun sa taas. So, this is just equal sa compute for the, so lagay ko lang solution, no? For 0 less than x less than 1, then 0 less than y less than 1. So we have f sub x of y of x comma y. Okay, ang formula is just f of x comma y. Okay, yung conditional probability o yung distribution ng ang f sub y of y, ano yun? This is just integral. So lagay niyo yun. This is just integral from negative infinity up to infinity ng f of x comma y dx. Okay, so kukomputin natin siya as in ng ganyan. Okay, now, since ang pinapakompute natin is given that conditional density function of x given that y is equal to y. So, fix na yan. Wala tayong dapat baguhin. Kunyari, y is equal to 2. Bagin natin y is equal to 2 yan. Pero since yan yung given, yan yung gagawin natin. Okay, so now proceed tayo dito. Okay, so this is just equal yung f of x comma y, this is just, ano yun, 12 over 5. Okay, so kung aware kayo, that is only 12 over 5 para sa taas. Okay, so check ko lang, no. Mali ba ako ng kinopya na tanong? Kaya ako nagkakamali. For the density function, hindi ko nasulat yung 12 over 5. So that is 2 minus x minus 5. Okay, so di nga nasulat yung 12 over 5. Okay, actually makakancel pala siya. So, naano kasi ako eh. So again, copy ko muna, no. So this is 12 over 5x ng 2 minus x minus y all over the integral, since along dx tayo. Again along dx tayo. So, hindi ko kukunin yung, actually, kunyari, ito yan. Kaya 0 to 2 to. Hindi mo kukunin yung 0 to 2 kahit y yung kinukompute mo. Since along dx tayo, kukunin mo yung 0 to 1, yung boundary ng x. So, this is from 0 to 1. So, note, meron tayong 12 over 5x. Then, 2 minus x minus y. Then, this is dx. Okay, so note na cancel yung 12 over 5 kasi lalabas lang to sa integral. So, cancel ko na lang to, no? So, cancel. So, compute natin yan. This is just equal sa 2x. Okay, or I guess iwalay ko muna. Huwag muna, mamaya baka may masimplify. So this is x, then 2 minus x minus y all over integral neto. So computein natin yung sa loob, no. Integral ng, simplify ko muna, integral from 0 to 1 ng, ito yung 2x minus x squared minus y dx. So ngayon, ito yung idea na kung nanood ka ng ating partial derivative, ito yung idea ng partial derivative. So sa integration, may partial integration din tayo. So since with respect sa dx, yung mga y dyan is mako-consider natin as simply para silang constant. Okay, so sila ay just constant dito sa part na to. Okay, so we start with this, no. Integrate natin yung side na yan. This is just equal sa, ano ba pwede maganda mangyari? So this is just equal sa x over 2 minus x minus y all over integral nen 2x with respect sa x is x lang. Tama, kasi 2x squared over x over 2 yan. So this is x squared. Okay, integral ng x cube is just negative x cube over 3. Integral ng y is negative yx. Now, the boundary is from 0 to 1. Tama. So, now, apply natin yung boundary, which is, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. Okay, so, this is just equal sa, again, yung boundary sa ilalim ng apply, this is x, then 2 minus x minus y, then all over, this, which is 1 squared minus 1 cube over 3 minus y times 1. Okay, minus 0. Okay, kasi nga, yung 0 na is makakancel lang lahat dun. Kasi 0 lang lahat yan eh. Okay, next is just, this is just equal sa x. So, I guess this is just x minus 2 times 2 minus x minus y all over 1 minus 1/3 is 2/3 minus y. Okay, so kung sisimplify natin siya further, Paano ba natin ito masimplify? Cross multiply natin sila lahat o multiply natin yung whole equation by 3. No? So kung by 3 ko siya i-multiply, ano mangyayari? X over 2. Yun, medyo namin mali si sir na ginawa. Okay, so pinapansin ako, multiply ko x. X times 2 is 2x. X times x is x squared. X times y, nakalimutan kong ilagay dito. So, sorry about doon. So, this is minus yx dx. Okay, so this is y squared over 2. Para dyan. So, meaning, ito ay over 2. Tapos ito ay over 2 rin. Okay, so since over 2, multiply natin sa 6 lahat yan. Kasi nga, yun yung kanilang denominator. So, pag multiply sa 6 yung buong equation, this is just 6x minus 2 minus x times 2 minus x minus y all over 2 third times 6, this is just 4. Minus y over 2 times 6, this is just 3y. So, therefore, ito yung ating sagot para doon. Okay, so again, huwag nyo kalimutan yung mga ginagawa dito yun ang multiply. So, tulad yan, isang maling pagkakamali ko, almost mali na lahat ng aking naging sagot. So, buti na lang, konting adjustment lang yung ginawa ni sir. Okay, so proceed pa tayo para sa last example, para dito. So, again, nasundin lang yung formula. Wala naman siyang ibang gagawin. Okay, so now, suppose that the joint density function of x and y is given by f of x comma y is equal to the piecewise function defined by e raised to negative x over y times e raised to negative y. Again, naka e raised to negative x over y times e raised to negative y yan. So again, yung e na yun, naka-raised to negative x over y. Yung e na to, naka-raised to negative y over y. Then, for 0 is less than x less than infinity and 0 less than y less than infinity. Now, and 0 otherwise. Find probability of x greater than 1 given that y is equal to 1. Okay, so paano natin ko-computein to? So ito yung problema. Since P siya, ang gagamitin natin is CDF. Okay, ang gagamitin natin is CDF. Ito. Pero may problema tayo in general. Ano sir? Ang problema natin in general is something na i-compute pa rin natin to. Again, i-compute pa rin natin yung kanyang conditional density function o yung conditional joint density function niya. So, i-compute pa rin natin siya before tayo magpunta dito sa condition na to, sa being CDF niya. So, meaning, start muna tayo sa f sub x of y kasi yun yung medyo mahirap. Kasi, gara naman ko, insert mo sa loob kasi yung hirap na, medyo tricky na siya. Okay, so again, we can start with this. F sub x of y given that y has occurred of x comma y. So, pwede na ako mag-proceed doon. This is joint density function ng x comma y, x and y rather, and integral from negative infinity up to infinity ng f sub x f of x comma y. So sobrang dami na nang iniisip ko na number, sama-sama siya, then dx. Okay, so compute muna natin yan para din sa part na yan. So for the numerator, this is just simply e raised to negative x over y, then e raised to negative y. All over, this is just simply integral from 0 up to infinity, kasi y tayo, ay dx tayo rather. So this is just e raised to negative x over y, tas e raised to negative y, then dx. Okay, and I think obvious dito na lalabas lang yung e raised to negative y kasi constant lang siya. Diyan lumalabas. So, paglabas niya, cancel lang siya dyan actually. Kasi nga, meron din nakaabang sa taas na e raised to negative y. Okay, so now, ang goal na lang natin is integrate natin si e raised to negative x over y. So, ano yung integral ng e raised to negative x? E raised to negative x over y. So, actually, lumalabas na constant yung negative 1 over y dyan. Okay, so, ano integral ng e raised to u? Integral ng e raised to 4x. Ang integral ng e raised to 4x is, kung naalalan mo, ang integral niya is 1 over y. Okay, kunyari, e raised to 4x is 1 over 4 e raised to 4x pag sa integral. Again, integral ng e raised to 4x dx is 1 over 4. So, kung nasa taas siya, paglabas niya siya ay fraction. So kung nasa denominator siya, paglabas niya siya ay whole number. Okay, so in some sense na ganun. Okay, so pakita ko na nga rin, ang hirap i-explain. So this is just e raised to negative x over y all over integral from 0 up to infinity ng, again gagawin ko, this is e raised to negative 1 over y x dx. So lumalabas na constant yung e raised to negative y, e raised to negative 1 over y dyan. Okay, so pag in-integrate mo yan, lalabas lang siya, bababa siya, magiging negative y. Actually, alam ko ganun eh, magiging negative y siya sa ilalim. Okay, so magiging negative y siya, such a case na this is just e raised to negative x over y all over, lalabas yung negative y, then copy pa rin si e raised to negative 1 over y x. Tapos yung boundary natin is from 0 up to infinity. Okay, so pag in-apply natin yung infinity dito, since constant naman to, hindi affected talaga totally si negative y dyan. Okay, so paano ba yan? So yung x lang yung papalitan, this is just equal sa e raised to negative x over y all over negative y, then ito ay e raised to negative 1 over y infinity. Okay, so I guess sama ko na lang to. Sama ko na nga lang tong y na to. Sama ko yung y na yan. Then, negative of negative, this is plus. Tapos, y, e raised to negative 1 over y times 0. Okay, so yun. Sinama ko na yung y ah. Yan, sinama ko na yung y na yan. Kasi, madaling malaking bagay. Okay, so note na itong part na to is magiging negative y over e raised to infinity. So note that this is simply approaches 0 pa rin. Ito naman is y e raised to negative y times 0. That's e raised to 0, which is 1. So this is just equal lang sa e raised to negative x over y all over. Ito ay magiging y over e raised to infinity. Parang ganon. Then plus y e raised to 0. Okay, so ito yung sinasabi ko na magiging y na lang to. So this is just 1 over y, then e raised to negative x over y. Kasi 0 to eh. So approaches 0 tong part. So this is y lang. Okay, kaya naging 1 over y kasi ilalim yun, nasa y siya. So kaya 1 over y e raised to negative x over y. Okay, so now next is, syempre meron tayong ganito. Pwede na natin kunin yung ating formula na ito. So sabi, from negative infinity up to a ng f sub x given that y has occurred nung x given that y has occurred of dx. So meaning apply na natin to. So gagamitin natin to para dun sa ating probability ng p of x. So the probability of x greater than 1 given that y is equal to y is just equal sa integral. Okay, so paano magi-integral nito? Integral, so since 1 tayo start, so this is just 1 up to infinity. Okay, nung itong part na to. So this is just 1 over y e raised to negative x over y. Then, ano lalagay natin na differential? This is dx. So, since dx pa rin sa nasa formula. Okay, so yun, dx pa rin nasa formula. Okay, so from 1. So, kaya start. So, for 1 up to infinity yan. So, meaning, ano lalabas ito? Si 1 over y lalabas lang din. So, this is just 1 over y. Then, integral from 1 up to infinity ng e raised to negative x over y dx. Okay, and obvious, na-compute natin yung kanina to, no? So, lumalabas siya na negative y. So, this is just equal sa 1 over y multiplied by negative y e raised to negative x over y from 1 up to infinity. Okay, so from there, I guess pwede na natin siyang i-apply. Okay, so i-apply ko yung ating ilabas ko yung negative y. So, try ko ilabas ko yung negative y over y, then multiplied by e raised to negative x over y. So, this is as e raised to negative infinity over y minus e raised to negative 1 over y. Okay, note na ito ay this equals sa negative 1 times, this is just 0, kasi 1 over e raised to infinity yan. Then, this is just negative ng e raised to negative 1 over y. Multiply by negative, this is just equal sa e raised to negative 1 over y. So therefore, The conditional the probability of x is greater than 1 given that y is equal to y is equal sa e raised to negative 1 over y. Okay? So, ganun siya ka-tricky actually. So, imagine mo, pag distribution function, kailangan mo pa rin i-solve yung density function kasi nga, ganun siya kahaba. So, again, thank you for watching. Hoping na panoorin mo next video natin. So, next video naman natin is gagawa tayo ng panibagong random variable. So, in terms of x and y, gawa ka ng panibagong random variable. So, ito yung application naman ng Jacobian matrix. Kung napanood na sa calculus again, Jacobian matrix naman yung kasabay niya. So, almost sabay talaga sila ni calculus 3. Again, thank you for watching. Hoping na marami kang natutunan.